Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello class, good morning. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fine. Today we are going to continue our materials. It's degree of comparison. If last week we have learned about positive degree, as light as a fox, as big as a house. Now today we are going to learn about comparative and superlative. Now look at the pictures below. What pictures do you see? Yes, there are tennis ball, and then football, and then basketball. So first tennis ball, a ball used for playing tennis, and then football, a ball to play football, and then basketball, a ball that is used to play basketball. And then which one is the smallest? Yes, the tennis ball is the smallest. The tennis ball is small. The football is medium, and the basketball is big. So you can say that the tennis ball is the smallest one. The tennis ball is the smallest one. And then the basketball is the biggest one. Okay, next, let's watch a video about comparing things. Before you watch the video, I will introduce you to the actors. Okay, first, there is Tono, and the second is Gani.
Listen and practice the conversations.
I think Tono will win the race.
I think so too. Tono is thinner, but stronger than Gani. Gani is bigger, but weaker than Tono.
Okay, from the video, you have listened or you have watched. Tono is thinner but stronger than Gani. Gani is bigger but weaker than Tono. For the first sentence, Tono is thinner. I put the red letters here because I want to highlight what we are going to talk about. Okay, if you see again in the picture, here, Tono is thin. If you see, Tono is thin. And then Gani is big. I do not say he is fat, but I only say he's big because he's not fat, but he's big. Then we can say that Tono is thinner than Gani. Tono is thinner than Gani. And then the second word, we can say that Gani is bigger than Tono. Gani is bigger than Tono. And then again, Tono is strong. Gani is weak. So we can say that Tono is stronger than Gani, or Gani is weaker than Tono. Okay, now have a look at the picture here. Andy and Brian. What can you say about Andy? Yes, Andy is tall. What can you say about Brian? Yes, Brian is short. So what can you say about them? Andy is taller than Brian, or Brian is shorter than Tono. If you see the taller than, shorter than, comparative degree or comparing things, comparative degree is the word used to compare two things. Two things. The word to compare two things. Jadi membandingkan dua benda saja. So we use taller than or shorter than because Andy is tall, but Brian is short. Andy is taller than Brian, or Brian is shorter than Andy. Next, I have this one. Edo is serious. Edo is more serious than Tono. Edo is more serious than Tono. If the word serious, it's a long word, although the writing is only serious, but we pronounce as serious. Okay, there are 4 syllables, so we put more. So comparative degree is used if the adjective word consists of 1 or 2 syllables. Add after the adjective. Example for 1 syllable. Tall becomes taller. Fast, faster. Cheap, cheaper. And then now example for 2 syllables of adjective words. Happy, happier. Funny becomes funnier. Healthy, healthier. And then if we want to compare something but the adjective words is 3 or more syllables, we use more, we add more before the adjective words. For example, beautiful, there are 3 syllables. Beautiful. So we add more before the beautiful, becomes more beautiful. Expensive, expensive, there are 3 syllables. Expensive. So we put more before the expensive, becomes more expensive. And then diligent, 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 there are 3 syllables. We put more before diligent. But exception, pengecualian, handsome has 2 syllables, but we put more handsome, more, not after the handsome. Jadi khusus handsome itu pakainya more, bukan walaupun dia mempunyai 2 syllable. Handsome, tetapi kita pakainya more handsome. Okay, let's watch a video again.
Comparative. Tono is stronger than Gani. Remember, we use them to compare two persons.
Tono is fast. Tono is faster than Gani. Tono is the fastest in the class.
Superlative. Tono is the fastest. We use the INADIST to form a superlative.
Edo is serious. Edo is more serious than Tono. Edo is the most serious of all.
Long adjective plus more. Edo is more serious than Tono. Edo is the most serious of all.
Tono is tall. Tono is taller than Edo. Tono is the tallest of all.
Okay, if you see from the video, there is a scene. It is Tono is the fastest in the class. Tono is the fastest in the class. Which one is Tono? Okay, that one is Tono. So Tono is the fastest in the class. Next, you also see Tono is the tallest of all. Tono is the tallest of all. So the tallest is to express to compare three or more people, three or more things, but it has the most of all. So the tallest, Tono is the tallest. And then you also will see Edo is the most serious of all. Edo is the most serious of all. So, superlative degree is used to compare three or more things, but it has the most of all of the things that we compare. So, superlative adalah untuk menyatakan yang paling. Now, if the adjective word consists of one or two syllables, add the before the adjective and us after the adjective. Example for one syllable adjective words. Tall becomes the tallest. Fast, the fastest. Cheap, the cheapest. And then example for two syllables adjective words. Happy, the happiest. Funny, the funniest. Healthy, the healthiest. But if the adjective word consists of three or more syllables, add the and more before the adjective words. For example, beautiful, beautiful, the most beautiful. Expensive, the most expensive. Diligent, the most diligent. And then exception, handsome, becomes the most handsome. Jadi untuk handsome sama seperti yang comparative tadi, pengecualian walaupun punya dua syllable, punya dua suku kata, pakainya adalah the most. This is an additional information for you. We have irregular adjective words. Jadi kita punya kata adjektif yang tidak biasa. Kenapa tidak biasa? Why are they irregular? You can see the words here. For the positive, we have good, but the comparative, it's not gooder, but it's better. And then for the superlative, it becomes the best. And then for bad, for the comparative, it becomes worse, and the superlative is the worst. For the far, the earth and the star are far. The star is far up above. For the comparative, we use farther. Moon is far from earth, but sun is farther than the moon from the earth. Then farthest for the superlative is farthest. And then little for the comparative is less, and then for superlative is least, the least. Thank you. I think that's all for today. We have learned about how to compare something, how to compare two things and three things, and we have also learned about how to use a superlative degree. So thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.